The Hidden Impact of 5 grams Radiation, a study at Tomsk State University. The rise of 5 grams technology setting, the global rollout of 5 grams technology. We see bustling cities and urban areas where 5G antennas are being installed. Context: introduce the promises of 5 grams, including faster internet, the Internet of Things (IoT), and its revolutionary impact on communications and industries. Tension: a subtle but growing concern about the potential health risks of this new technology, especially its effect on the human brain. The research begins. Tomsk State University TSU setting. Inside the laboratory at TSU. The camera focuses on a group of scientists preparing for the study. Character introduction: Dr. Natalia Krivova, the lead researcher at the TSU Institute of Biology and Biophysics, introduces herself and the purpose of the experiment. Scientific objective: the study is aimed at investigating the effects of 5 grams radiation on brain tissue, using Wistar rats as subjects. Dialogue: Dr. Krivova explains why rats were chosen for the experiment due to their biological similarity to humans. The experiment setup: exposing the rats to 5 grams scene. The rats are placed in an experimental chamber where they will be exposed to 5 grams radiation for 5 weeks. This is equivalent to 4 years of human exposure. Science explained: brief explanation of the experiment, what 5 grams is, how radiation levels were controlled, and the methodology used to monitor the rats' health. Tension: the scientists are cautious, knowing that no one has studied the long-term effects of 5 grams exposure in such depth. Initial observations: no immediate signs of distress seen. A few weeks into the experiment, the team observes the rats. There are no signs of pain, fear, or distress. Dialogue: the scientists express some relief that there is no immediate harm, but they are still unsure about the long-term effects. Narration: the rats were exposed to the 5 grams radiation for 5 weeks, which would be the equivalent of 4 years of human exposure. Despite no visible signs of discomfort, something was changing at a cellular level. The discovery: changes in brain tissue seen. After the exposure period ends, the rats' brain tissues are carefully analyzed under a microscope. Findings: the team discovers a significant shift in the ratio of antioxidants to prooxidants in the rats' brain cells. Science breakdown: Dr. Krivova explains the importance of antioxidants in protecting cells and the role of prooxidants in causing oxidative damage. The biological impact: oxidative stress seen. Scientists analyze the data. The shift toward prooxidants indicates a breakdown in the brain's natural defense system. Explanation: a deeper look at oxidative stress, how antioxidants protect cells from damage, and how prooxidants accelerate cell damage, potentially leading to diseases like cancer and neurodegenerative disorders. Narration: the imbalance between antioxidants and prooxidants may lead to irreversible cellular damage, causing long-term health issues. The bigger picture: implications for human health seen. Dr. Krivova addresses the potential implications for humans, referencing studies by the World Health Organization and other experts who have raised concerns about electromagnetic pollution. Character reflection: Dr. Krivova speaks candidly about the risks of electromagnetic radiation, including potential carcinogenic effects. Dialogue: while the rats showed no immediate symptoms, the biochemical changes we observed in their brains could signal something far more dangerous: long-term cellular damage that could lead to cancer, neurological disorders, or reproductive issues in humans. ethical considerations, and the gender gap seen. The team discusses the ethical considerations of animal research and the need for more studies. Gender study. Dr. Krivova points out that the current study only involved male rats. More research needs to be done on female rats to understand the potential reproductive effects of 5 grams radiation. Dialogue. It's vital that we expand our research to include female rats to understand how electromagnetic radiation affects reproduction and offspring health. The next steps, expanding the research scene. The team begins preparing for the next phase of the research, which will include testing on female rats and possibly starting human trials. Narration. The findings at SU raise more questions than answers. The need for further studies on 5G's effects on human health has never been greater. Tension. The looming uncertainty about the long-term effects of 5 grams radiation creates a sense of urgency. Conclusion. The unanswered questions seen. The lab is quiet, and the scientists are in deep thought as they prepare to take the next steps in their research. Narration. The results of this study will undoubtedly spark further debate. Is 5 grams safe for us? Or are we standing at the edge of a health crisis that will unfold over the coming decades? Only time and more research will tell. Sample opening scene. TSU Lab a day. The camera slowly zooms in on the laboratory at Tomsk State University. Bright fluorescent lights illuminate a series of scientific equipment, microscopes, computers, and data screens. The focus shifts to Dr. Natalia Krivova, a poised, mid-40s scientist, standing near a group of Wistar rats in their controlled environment. Dr. Krivova, 5 weeks. That's all the time we have. 5 weeks of exposure to 5 grams radiation. It sounds short, but when you consider that this is equivalent to 4 years of human exposure, the potential consequences are concerning. She glances over at her team, who are intently monitoring the rats. The atmosphere is quiet, except for the soft beeping of the machines. Narrator VO. As 5 grams technology spreads across the world, offering faster communication and a connected future, there is a darker question lingering in the shadows. How does this radiation affect living organisms? And more importantly, could it harm us in ways we don't yet understand? Cut to close-ups of rats in their chambers, their eyes calm and unblinking. Dr. Krivova, these rats are our first line of defense. Their brains will show us what we can't see with the naked eye. We have no idea what we'll find, but we must know the truth. Sample seen on brain tissue analysis in TSU Lab a day. Dr. Krivova peers into a microscope, her brow furrowing as she examines the brain tissue of one of the rats. Dr. Ivanov, her colleague, enters the room holding a tablet with data results. Dr. Ivanov, it's worse than we thought. The ratio of antioxidants to prooxidants is completely skewed. Dr. Krivova leans in, studying the data on the tablet. Dr. Krivova, this isn't just a minor change. The prooxidants are taking over. That's a huge red flag. It means oxidative stress is accelerating, and cell damage is happening at an alarming rate. Dr. Ivanov, but no immediate signs of distress. No pain, no fear. Dr. Krivova, that's what's most concerning. The damage is happening at a molecular level hidden from view. We need to dig deeper.